Good evening, everyone. How was your day? How are you doing? Please, I am delighted to welcome all of you for today's training. This is the second training for this marital conflict and mediation. All right, marital conflict and mediation is our second class, and I wish to welcome all of you for taking time to be part of this training. And please let me share the link with those who are joining us, um, to be part of us today. So I would like to welcome all of you for taking time to be part of today's training. This is the second training, second day of the training for marital conflict and mediation. It's the training that is being organized by the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management for her followers on Facebook and YouTube. So if you are not following us on Facebook, you are not a subscriber on YouTube, it means that you are not qualified to be part of this training. All right. Yeah. So, but if you have been following us on YouTube, on Facebook, it means that you are a bona fide participant in this, or you are qualified to participate in this training. So that is it. For peace education, for those of you that have done your awareness, the examination is going to be, in fact, I have finished working on the manual, but I forgot to send it to you. So by the grace of God, after today's training, I will be able to send it to you. I will send it in a platform so that I can get the manual and make use of it. Those of you that participated in the peace education training. So marital conflict and mediation is the training that we just began. All right. So if you have joined us today, do wait to share the link with someone. Invite someone to be part of today's training. It is a wonderful training. All right. We started on Tuesday, and yesterday we did not have the training. Today we are here for the training. So just make sure that you invite someone to be part of the training. Send a link to somebody, inviting them to be part of the training. So in our first training, we look at what marital conflict is all about, mastering marital conflict and the resolution. Some of the things that we're looking at in our first training. All right. So we understand what marital conflict is all about. Right. We look at some of the common causes of marital conflict. I think this is what we did. All right. Yeah, we look at some of the common causes of marital conflict. And then we will talk about communication breakdown. We talk about financial disagreement. We talk about infidelity and trust issues. We also talk about differing values and goals. We talk about external pressures. So these are some of the things that we were able to look at under peace and marital conflict on the first day. So we also look at the impacts of unresolved conflict. We look at the impacts of what unresolved conflict, and we discovered incredible things. What happens when we refuse to work on our conflict? when we refuse to resolve conflict, what are the situations, what are the challenges, right? So we look at them, how conflict impacts our marriages, right? So this is what we're able to look at. So today, we are going to look at differing values and goals. How does this affect our marriages, right? How does this affect our marriages? Differing what? Values and goals. How do they affect our marriages, all right? So this is what we are looking at today, and we hope that we will be able to, you know, do justice to the training today as well. So differing values and goals. So we are looking at parenting styles. We look at our choices, lifestyle choices, and then we look at the future plans, how we can be able to, plan ahead of time, what we want and how we want things to be, right? What we want to happen in a marriage and how we want things to be, right? This is what we want to be looking at today. So, parenting styles, right? We say conflicting approaches to child uh, rearing, such as discipline methods or educational priorities, right, can create ongoing stress, tension between spouses, and affect the overall family well-being. All right. So when you have not decided on the type of discipline that you want to give to your children, where they should school, and you know all of those aspects that has to do with family and raising children. If you people, the wife and the husband, do not sit down, decide on these things, agree on these things, maybe based on certain factors, proximity to home, the challenges of picking children and dropping them at school, and then other challenges like financial capacity to even send children to a particular school, all of those things, you have to sit down and look at them critically and agree. When parents or couples fail to do this, then they begin to experience crisis in their homes. They begin to experience crisis in their families. Do you understand? So deciding on how you want to raise your children is very, very important. So in that way, you will not have any issue. You understand? Because your husband, and then you, the wife, will be working together in harmony to achieve what you have decided to do for your family. All right. Then we look at life choices. The choices we make in life can make us or can break us. Do you understand? The choices we make in life can make us or break us. They can build us or they can destroy us. Do you understand? So, and the choices that we make in life, we have control over them, but we do not have control over the consequences of our choices. All right? It is your choice to eat whatever you want to eat. But when diabetes comes, you have no control over diabetes, right? It will maltreat you the way it wants. It will cause you so much damages, so much pains. Do you understand? So that's why it is. You can drink Coke, eat anything you want. You and Coke, be friends. Drink it anytime you want it. But when challenges associated with that arrive, then you discover that you have no control over it, or you have control over the choices of drinking it over and over. You understand? So lifestyle choices, you know, are some of the things that also affect families. So we look at disagreements over lifestyle choices such as spending habits, leisure activities, or even the ideal work-life balance can strain a marriage if not addressed effectively. Because if you are a lavish somebody that you collect salary today, you spend everything, nothing for saving, nothing for you know keeping aside for unforeseen contingencies, then it's possible that when stresses come, you find it difficult to cope, and this can affect marriages as well. Because when someone is not being economically conscious and judicious, then it affects a lot of things in the home. Do you understand? So the life choices, if you choose to enjoy your life now, you can enjoy now and then suffer later. There's no problem. You understand? You are permitted to do whatever you want to do with your money, but I'm telling you that when the consequences come, you will not bear them. You'll not be able to control it. Do you understand? So let's look at differences in long-term goals such as retirement plans, relocations, or shared visions for the future can lead to a disconnect between partners and hinder their ability to work towards a common purpose. I learned they say that there's one I was discussing with my wife, so she was sharing one story with me of a woman and a guy who married, and then the wife discovered that she was doing a better job, and then wanted the husband to move from where he was to go and meet her where she was in Lagos so that they can work together. They can stay together there. The husband refused that the wife should retire, should resign from her job and come home and meet her probably in a local area. Do you understand? And then the wife also say no. And then the husband also say, I'm not coming to Lagos to meet you there. Either you resign from your job and come and meet me. And the wife look at it, I'm earning a better salary that can take care of us comfortably. And you are just earning a little, like maybe you are a teacher in the village. So how are you expecting us to cope? How do you expect us to live well? Come and join me in Lagos. He refused. The wife also refused. And their failure to agree to reach an agreement on what is best for them, maybe there may be other factors there that were involved. So I don't know which one, but as a result of this, marriage was disengaged. Marriage was dissolved. Do you understand? Because husband refused to go to Lagos, the wife refused to come back to the village. And that's how marriage ends. You understand? So you have to sit down and look at, maybe you are working on what would be your retirement plan. What is your plans for retirement? What about relocation? For those of you that want to work and retire, or for those of you that are working in an institution whereby retirement is compulsory, you have to retire. What is your plan? When you retire but you are not tired, what is the plan? Do you have any plan to further, to move forward? Eh? You understand? It's very, very important. So what is the plan? Are you intending to relocate after retirement? Because some people, once they retire, back to the village. You understand? And it's not everybody that want to go back to the village like that. You understand? So these things must be discussed. If they are not being discussed, they become a major problem in marriage. They become a major issues in marriage. You understand? That's why sometimes you see husband in the city, woman in the village, or woman in the village, husband in the city. It's not supposed to be so. They are couples, they should be together. You understand? So that's why it is. All right. So we are looking at resolving conflicts through communication. So if you are joining us today, do way to share the link, let others see it and join. Because so far, since we start this meeting, I'm seeing only 7 people joining. It's not correct. Share the link, share the link. Let people join, and let's be part of this training together. You can even post it in our group there. Let people see it and join. All right. So resolving conflicts through communication. Resolving conflicts through communication. How do we resolve conflict? Through communication. How do we resolve conflict? Through communication. Like I said earlier, that communication is one of the major problems in marriages. 90% of marriages suffer as a result of miscommunication, improper communication, or lack of communication, so to say. Do you understand? But I know that there must be communication. But the communication may just not be effective, and the couples may be communicating but be missing it. Do you understand? So it's possible. So now, but how can we resolve conflict through communication? Because communication can be a problem. Communication can also solve that problem. Do you understand? Communication can be a cause of a problem. Communication can be an instrument to use in resolving conflict. Do you understand? So, how do we resolve conflicts? Through communication. One, active listening. Some of the things that I grew up to understand in marriage is that because since I'm a married person, I come to understand that there are some there are some we most times when people are communicating, they don't listen to each other. Like couples, sometimes they communicate, but 50% of the information passed, sometimes they don't enter and settle in one's mind. Maybe probably they are distracted, probably with phones. Do you understand? When phones, when I'm operating a handset, I'm so engrossed in what I'm doing. You speak with me, I don't hear you. Do you understand? Except I will come and ask you what were you saying. So now there should be a better way of communicating. Sometimes we find it difficult. If you want me to listen to what you are saying, call my attention properly. Not that you come and doing something and then you begin to talk. Sometimes I cannot hear you, and that's where sometimes women especially have problem with that. Do you understand? They come, you are doing something on phone, or you are doing something, you are busy with it. Instead of them to call your attention before talking to you, they'll just begin to talk to you. Do you understand? And so when you behave as if you do not hear them, they feel bad. You understand? So what do we do? If you want someone to listen to what you are saying, call the person's attention to what you want to say. You understand? Call the attention of the person you want to talk to so that the person can give that attention. Once you secure that attention, then you can speak. And when someone is speaking to you, someone has secured your attention and is speaking to you, disengage from whatever you are doing and give the person's attention. And if it's something you can address immediately, address it. If it's something that you can attend to it later, you can attend to it later. If it's something that you feel that is not so urgent, that can be discussed later, you can say, okay, I will talk about it later. I am doing something here. And then, so it is better that way. You understand? So develop the skill of actively listening to your partner, seeking to understand their perspective and feelings without judgment or defensive or defensiveness. Right? So, you know, sometimes we tend to be so defensive in marriages. Sometimes we also tend to be so judgmental. No, it's your nature. That's what you're always doing that. You understand? So you just blame and just pass judgment when and there should not be any form of judgment. You pass judgment. Do you understand? So all of these things can affect marriages. Then expressing needs. Another way we can resolve conflict through communication is the ability to express our needs. You know, you have to express your needs confidently. All right. You don't need to, whatever that is your need, you should be able to express it. You need your husband attention, sit your husband sit your husband down. Tell your husband, I married you, you married me. Do you understand? So, sincerely speaking, we must, or I must get your attention. If I do not get your attention, who should I get the attention of? Do you understand? You are not giving me your attention. So, do you think is that good enough for our marriage? Do you understand? I understand that you are a busy person, but as much as busy as you are, make me to be part of your business. Do you understand? Make me to be part of your daily schedules. All right, so that you give me time that is due for me, and you give time for work, and you give time for rest. Do you understand? All of these things are very important. But when we don't sit down and discuss these things, or when someone is trying to talk to you concerning a matter like this, and then you waive it, right? You waive it, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. So express your needs, communicate your needs, concerns, and desires clearly and honestly. You understand? It's not by abusing, it's not by undermining anybody's position. Don't undermine anybody. Communicate effectively and solicit and express your concerns. All right. And like I say, use I statement to avoid blaming or accusations. That's what I say. If you notice one of the things that I say, as a wife, you are talking to your husband, seeking attention from your husband. You say, I understand that you understand? I understand that you are a very busy person. Do you understand? Not uh, you're always claiming to be busy, 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 busy. You are not giving me time. You are always busy, busy. Are you a busybody? Do you understand? No, it's not like that. You are always claiming to be busy. What kind of busy, busy, busy is this? No, it's not like that. But this is how we communicate. That's what we mostly see in our homes. Do you understand? You're always busy. You're always busy with this, busy with that, busy with that. When will you give me my attention? Well, it's not like that. And sincerely speaking, that's how most homes, this is what we see. Do you understand? We tend to blame rather than to express our needs how it's supposed to be. What is it so difficult for you to create time and express your needs, your husband? Husband is a hardworking person. And this is one of the things that endear me to you so much. And I love to see you work very hard to take care of us, cater for the children, cater for me, and take care of responsibility. I'm also part of your life. And I sincerely feel that you should make me part of your schedules. Do you understand? So that you can also, create time for us. I have no other person to keep to. All right. I have no other person to, be my companion. All right. You know. So no matter how the is your husband is, it will enter. Do you understand? It will enter. But when you come challenging his authority and challenging his position as a husband, it becomes so difficult to communicate. By the time you came and challenging his authority, and oh, you always claiming to be busy, 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 you know what will happen. It's a negative. It's going to be action. You understand? So learn how to express your needs without accusing anybody, without blaming anybody. This is where we have difficult in our homes. You know, me personally, one time, several occasions that you want to talk to me, there are times that you need to create to talk to me. You don't just talk to me because I may not listen to you, and probably you may get a very negative, kind of response, or you not get the result you want to get from me. You understand? There are times for me in my life, you study my life very well. There is time that if you want me to listen to what you are saying, there is a time you have to create. You understand? And as my wife, you should know me now by now. So it's not all the time that you seek my attention for something that I feel that is not um for that is we the husband sometimes we feel that it's not important, no, but to the woman it's very important. But I'm telling you that you can better address it in such a way that it not be a problem. You can simply tell your wife, okay, we'll address it later. You understand? I think it will be better. But don't make her to feel ignored. That's another aspect. Don't make her to feel ignored. So the language and the tune to discuss with her on a matter that concerns her that you are putting into later should be friendly, should be lovely, should be promising. Do you understand? Should have elements of hope in it. All right. Yeah, my dear, I know how important you want us to discuss this matter now, but if we wouldn't mind, I have something urgently that I need to attend to. Can we discuss it later? Maybe I'll be able to give you enough time and attention. You understand? So it will be better that way instead of and trying to challenge, trying to accuse and blame. So express your needs clearly, honestly. Number three way of resolving conflict through communication is what? Compromise and collaboration. Compromise and collaboration. Do you understand? Compromise and collaboration, right? Now, approach to conflict matters. So you have to approach conflict with a spirit of compromise, working together to find solutions, mutually acceptable solutions that can address both partners' needs and concerns. So your partner wants, you know, kind of give and take. Should be a kind of give and take. Give and do what take. Collaboration. Very important. You must be able to collaborate with one another. You must be able to work together. Seeking professional help. In case you are not able to resolve your conflict yourself, come to the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Mediation Center. We have not established it yet. We have not started it yet, but we are starting it. Sure. In case you are not being able to resolve your conflict with your husband or with your spouse, come to the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Mediation Center. We are starting it very, very, very soon. You understand? We will start it before this first quarter of the year finish. All right. Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Mediation Center. We are going to focus on marital issues. We are going to focus on property issues, property and landed properties, and land issues, and then some human rights issues, you know, and some business transactions issues. These are the things that we're going to focus on basic in our mediation center at the moment. You understand? So we are going to start it. It is in fact the plans, the a lot is being put in place for that. All right. So we're going to mediate. So seeking professional help is very important. So if conflict persists and become too challenging to resolve on your own, consider seeking the guidance of a licensed marriage counselor or therapist or do you understand? Very, very important. Case studies. Let's look at some case studies. Navigating marital conflict. Financial stress. Let's look at financial stress as one of the first case studies. A couple in their 30s struggle with financial disagreements, leading to arguments over spending and saving priorities. Through open communication, budgeting, and seeking financial advice, they were able to find a compromise that addressed both their needs and concerns. All right. So discuss, engage in communication, discuss, discuss, and discuss. All right. Infidelity and trust. Another case study. After discovering their partner's emotional infidelity, a couple faced a significant breach of trust. With the help of a marriage counselor, they were able to work through the betrayal, rebuild trust, and ultimately strengthen their relationships. So, where a matter is so challenging that you'll not be able to resolve, what do? Seek an advice of a professional to help you. A couple with young children experienced ongoing conflicts over their parenting approaches, talking about differing parenting style as a case study, leading to resentment and breakdown in communication. By attending parenting workshops and engaging in open discussions, they were able to find a balanced approach that supported their children's needs while respecting both partners' perspectives. So these are some of the case studies and how they were being addressed. You understand? So seek professional advice. Cultivating a healthy relationship. Cultivating a healthy relationship. So let's look at few ways you can take or few steps you can take to cultivate a healthy relationship. What will make your relationship to be healthy? What will make your relationship to be intimate, interesting, and enjoyable? What will make your relationship feel like you cannot spend a day outside of your relationship? You understand? What are those steps that you need to take? What are those things, ingredients that you have to put in place to make your marriage interesting, loving, and desiring? You understand? Number one is effective communication. Effective what? Communication. So you have to develop and practice active listening, emotional expressions, and conflict resolution skills to foster open and constructive dialogue. You understand? So that's what it is. So you must communicate effectively. Effective communication is very key in all marriages. Communicate, with care. Communicate with what? Care. Communicate with someone in mind. Always put someone in your shoes. If it's with me, how will I feel? Consider someone's perspective. It's very, very important. Right. You must do it. Then the second way of cultivating a healthy relationship is compromise and collaboration. His life is all about give and take. Life is all about what? Give and take. So you must give something to receive something. So, and you can work together as a team. So, approach to conflict must be willing, you know, approach conflict with a willingness to compromise, find mutually satisfactory solutions, and work together towards a shared vision. So that's what we need to do. Whenever you have to approach a conflict, be open-minded. You understand? And do as much as possible to compromise here where necessary, and also to cooperate, to collaborate where necessary. Do you understand? It's very important. Then build trust. Building trust is vital because for you to be able to keep your marriage must have element of trust. Any marriage where there are no element of trust, that marriage cannot last. It will be in chaos. It will be in turmoil. Do you understand? Always fighting, quarreling. Do you understand? Because issue of trust is a problem. So and trust is end, like I said yesterday. So you have to understand these things. Self-care and balance. Self-care and what? Balance. Prioritize individual and shared self-care practices, maintaining a healthy work-life balance and nurturing personal growth. So, like I said, as a family person, you must balance work life, you must balance family life, you must balance what? Self, even giving attention to yourself as well. Now, as soon as I finish this training, do you understand? As soon as I finish this training now, I'll just respond to some of the messages that I are waiting for me on WhatsApp. As soon as I respond, the next thing is to sleep. All right? As I'm trying to rest, I'll sleep. I'll sleep and then wake up later to continue with my work. You understand? So balance that because you still need your body to do a lot of things. So balance it and then give your spouse time to come to terms with the reality of your situation and work together to find a solution. All right. Have we learned something today? I'm not happy with the number of people that have joined today's training. All right. I ask you people to share, to comment, to invite others to be part of the training. I'm seeing only few people here. So maybe, and we have over 300 and something people in our WhatsApp group. So I think we need to talk about this. And I think we need to do something about it. So, but we'll discuss that. I will discuss it later in the group. See, I send a link in the group so anybody should be able to see it and be part of it. All right. So, if they're not coming, all right. So we have been able to look at what are the common causes of marital conflict. Right. We look at how conflict affects marriage. So how can we resolve conflict? We have discussed that. All right. So it is good How many of you want to do an assignment on this topic? It's going to be very, very difficult assignment. Or must do it. Something. So, embracing marital conflict. Marital conflicts are a natural part of any relationship. So don't feel that when you start experiencing conflict in your home, it means that that is the end of your home. No, find a way of resolving the conflict, dealing with the conflict so that you can continue to live together as well. Don't think that your end has come. So marital conflicts are a natural part of any relationship, but they can be navigated and resolved through a deeper understanding of their causes and the development of effective communication and conflict resolution skills. So we need these techniques to be able to resolve our conflicts amicably. Do you understand? So by embracing the challenges of marriage and working collaboratively to address them collectively, collaboratively to address them, couples can do what? Couples can, strengthen their bonds, build trust, and cultivate a fulfilling and lasting relationship. So if I ask you now, you that you are a married person here now, I know you are a married person. Many of you here, you are married people. The question I want to ask you is your marriage in order? Is your marriage in order? So this is what we have covered. Let me just cover some few in module 2 before we call it a day. All right. Let me just cover something in module 2, then we'll call it a day. Strengthening marital bonds through effective communication. All right. So effective communication is the foundation of a healthy and fulfilling marriage relationship. So we are going to look at the importance of communication in resolving conflicts. So we say the critical role of communication in marriage cannot be overemphasized. Critical role of communication in marriage. Number one is conflict resolution. One of the important role that you are going to play in your marriage, for your marriage to continue to go on, for your marriage to be sustained, for your marriage to be fruitful, is your ability to resolve conflicts. Like we all know, conflict is inevitable. Conflict comes where we least expect it. Do you understand? So we must be prepared to resolve. Like conflict will come, whether we conflict will come. You understand? So conflict resolution should be one of the basic skills that you need to have. Everybody guys in this field, but everybody must have some element. So conflict resolution is a very basic skill that we must consider in you know in our homes. So clear and open communications allows couples to address issues collaboratively, you know, prevent misunderstandings and find mutual. So, i- in all you need to learn is learn how to resolve conflict because conflict will always come, whether you like it or not. It will come. You understand? So, but like I say, it's not the arrival of the conflict that is a problem. It's how you handle the problem. You understand? That's what makes it a problem. So, building trust and intimacy. Communication help couples to do what? So, foster a deeper connections and trust between partners. Do you understand? Sharing thoughts, feelings, and experiences that strengthens the emotional bonds and create an environment for you know the vulnerable persons. That's including women. Preventing escalation is another role of critical communication in our marriage. It's one of the critical roles that communication plays in our marriages. Preventing what? Preventing escalation. So effective communication can help couples de-escalate conflict before they become more serious. So if you want to resolve conflict, to resolve those conflicts at the early stage, or don't allow them to escalate. Escalation means difficult time to address it because you may be hearing a lot of things that are not true, and so it will go a long way to your marriage, go a long way to us. So let's look at mastering the act of active listening. You have to be empathetic, right? Empathetic reasoning. Empathetic what? Listening. Active listening means you must be fully involved, all right, on the speaker. Focus on the speaker. Look at what the speaker said and what is he doing. So we say you must be empathetic when listening to someone. Active listening involves fully focusing on the speaker. So focus on the speaker. Look at what the speaker is saying. Compare it to what is running in your mind. Feedback and validation. Providing feedback and validating the speaker's emotion are crucial. Avoiding interruption. So allowing the speaker to finish their thoughts without interruption. Very, very important. So you have to allow the speaker to speak. So mastering the art of active listening is key for everybody. You understand? So don't disrupt the process. Allow people to communicate before you communicate. Very important. You understand? So let's look at the power of assertive communication. Let's look at the power of assertive communication. And this is where I'm going to stop today. So let's use the I statement. All right. So assertive communication involves using I statement to express personal feelings and needs without blaming the partner. You understand? Very important. So the use of I statement is very, very important. So assertive communication involves using I statement to express personal feelings and need without blaming the partner. Whenever something like this happen, I feel bad. Not whenever you do this, I feel bad. You know that is the one that has done it, but you say it differently. Whenever something like this happen, I feel bad. You understand? But whenever something happen like this, I feel good. So I statement is very important. Use it. So clear and direct, being specific about thoughts and feelings without any visible result is not good. You understand? So clear and direct communications. Please forget about vengeance or facts, all right? Do you understand? Forget about the fact that the message is received and understood clearly. So that is what you should do. Respectful tune. Another thing is that sometimes we are trying to understand with our partners, but the tune of the voice we use is not correct. And so you end up affecting relationship. So this is what we have covered. So you use those ways of communicating, like I using I statement, then you can get things and get the results that you want to see in your marriage. So thank you very much. This is the much we can take for today. I want to know if you have any question. I'm looking at your comment section. If you have any question, you will say it. Any question? Any question? Any question? Since there's no question, please give us manual for peace education. And the manual is already there. I will send it to the WhatsApp, the final copy, the updated copy, so that you people can, work on it. Somebody's asking me, why do we have more divorce these days? We have it based on the things that we are discussing here. As a result of this, many people are finding it difficult to manage their relationship because everybody wants to do whatever they want to do. As a result, it's becoming difficult to have marriage that are successful. But by the time you need to understand the reason why you come into the marriage, what you want to do together, and stick to what you have agreed together, I can tell you marriage will go on without any divorce. So that is all I can say for now. But as we progress, you know reasons why marriages don't, get great. Right? You understand a lot of things as we progress. So this is the much we'll take today. See you tomorrow by 7 p.m.